Welcome to Squared Circle Jobbers. This is Smackdown, and I am Mr. Stee, and I'm joined once again by Ryan Leaf Plant.
It's always a pleasure to be here, Steve, and tonight we have a cracking card ahead of us. As always, seems like we're going to start things off now with a match, so let's get straight to it on Smackdown.
So we're kicking things off tonight with the new Women's World Champion. Ryan does not approve.
No, I don't approve.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring, accompanied by Nikki Bella, representing the Bella Twins from Scottsdale, Arizona, the Women's World Champion, Nikki Bella.
As I was saying before I was rudely interrupted there, I do not approve, and the reason why I don't approve is we have a champion that just seems like she's more content with advertising a product such as Nicole and Breezy's, whatever the beauty product is these days, Birdie Bee, which has already changed from what was supposed to be a lingerie company to more of an activewear company because they can't decide what they want to do with their products. It just seems like, you know, they've got to spend so much time promoting those that John Laurinaitis is just allowing things to go in Nikki Bella's favour. You know, quick matches by having Rey Bella at ringside, and notably, as we'll refer to later, such an advantage has not been afforded to Liv Morgan here.
Yeah, so Liv Morgan is coming out alone.
And her opponent from Elmwood Park, New Jersey, Liv Morgan.
As I so conspicuous by their absence there is the Riot Squad, and that's because John Laurinaitis is proving how apparently fair he is by, you know, sending them into the back, and Brie Bella just so happens to be allowed to be here. Maybe it's a family sort of thing, I don't know.
I'm a bit of a fan of having co-GMs, Ryan, on SmackDown because it brings out some competition. They're trying to outsmart each other, but I really am not a big fan of John Laurinaitis getting involved in Nikki Bella matches.
Exactly, he's trying to be a good stepdad. That does not make a good GM, I tell you. But at least we just saw an Alabama slam there for what it's worth and an arm jag, and I'm over this whole Nikki Bella stuff, Steve. I really am.
Well, she's in control of Liv Morgan here.
Of course she is. She's got the moral support of Brie Bella and Liv Morgan, who is... She's used to having the Riot Squad there, but instead she gets a 4-man for Nikki Bella, and it's probably going to be the Rag Attack 2.0 very shortly, because let's face it, Liv Morgan has a disadvantage here.
Well, it was a pin off a suplex. Oh, kick out one. Yeah, Liv looks a bit starstruck
lost,
at the moment. Yeah, lost, starstruck. She's used to being in the corner of Ruby Riot. She's not usually in these matches, and having no friends, I think it's going to cost her here. With a huge spinebuster by Nikki Bella as she stands her up, if that's the correct term, but a kick out by Liv. Can Liv get into this match? Well, Nikki Bella is just kicking her ass right now. Let's be honest, Ryan. As much as you detest Nikki Bella, this is quite a strong showing.
Of course it is. I mean, you've got Brie Bella saying, come on, Nikki, all the time in the corner. Liv Morgan's desperate for that support. She hasn't got it.
Well, Nikki Bella's got a message for you there, Ryan. Shut up.
Nikki Bella can say whatever she wants to me. She's as fake as they come, I tell you.
Well, is this it? Is this it, Ryan?
That's the only real thing about her, is that finishing manoeuvre. I can't take away from the Rag Attack 2.0 for the 1, the 2, and of course D, that's a 3.
Liv Morgan could not compete tonight against Nikki Bella. Our world champion gets the win on SmackDown.
Life in plastic. It's fantastic. I believe that was words of Aqua there, Steve.
Wow, right. But what's going on here? So Liv hasn't left the ring.
It's kind of funny as well, because Aqua is all that's actually in that facial stuff that they're promoting as well. It's just water. Liv Morgan showing some respect because she's been given a few free samples for participating in that squash match.
I don't know what to say to that, but Nikki Bella is your winner tonight. And coming up on your screens in 2 seconds is the Money in the Bank card for our women's ladder match. So we're going to have 4 from SmackDown, 4 from Raw. We have Becky Lynch, Bayley, Charlotte and Alexa Bliss competing in our SmackDown side.
Real talent there, Steve. Real talent.
While Becky Lynch wants a match, she got pretty much screwed out of that world title match. So this is Becky's chance to get back into the title picture.
It's just a chance though, Steve. 3 other very, very talented superstars there.
So coming up tonight, Ryan, we finally find out who attacked Rey Mysterio.
I bet on good authority it was the Conquistadors. They're a bit jealous of the mask there that Rey has. They want to be the only masked superstars. But speaking of wanting to be the only ones, one of these tag teams wants to be the only tag team recognised as the World Tag Team Champions.
So we have the first round. In the first round, does that make sense? In the semi-final.
It does to me.
We have Moustache Mountain versus the Usos. What a match this is going to be.
Oh, it seems absolutely phenomenal on paper.
On the way to the ring, at a combined weight of 395 pounds, Ted Severn and Tyler Bate, the tough guy.
They had a strong showing in their debut against Sanity quite a few weeks back. So this was pre-Backlash, Ryan. Quite a few weeks ago. So this is the first match they've had since then. Was there a bit of a ring rust because the Usos only competed last week?
You could argue that, but then you could argue are the Usos still recovering from last week? It was quite a match against the Lucha House Party. I think you can put some advantages, disadvantages either way. All I know is these two teams are going to put on a barn burner tonight. Trent Seven and Tyler Bate may have the towels, but let's hope they don't drop the soap tonight because they're going up against the 2 men from the Uso Penitentiary.
So the Usos versus Moustache Mountain. Here they come.
And their opponent, at a combined weight of 479 pounds, Jay Uso and Jimmy Uso. The Usos.
No, I'm not normally one to slag off our employees there, but I think I do need to have a word about that ring introduction there. It's self-explanatory, but to be honest, the Usos are the type of team who come out with no introduction. They've made their mark in that ring, and tonight we're going to have an absolute slobber knocker right here.
So Moustache Mountain to your left, the Usos to your right. Here we go.
They've got Trent Seven, he's like the Mac Daddy British Wrestling, going up against the shirtless Uso that I believe is Jay.
That is
Uso.
correct, Ryan. And I'm definitely not using the nameplate to help me there.
One nameplate, see? I'm not seeing such a thing.
They're right there.
This, what's this floating nameplate that you speak of? Is it like Burnt Face Man's announcer?
Trent Seven is in control of Jey Uso here. A Samoan drop, wow.
Samoa drop from Trent Seven there. I mean, you know, Trent Seven's a bit of a joker. Look at that. He's loving it. He's loving what he just did.
Welcome back. Welcome back, Square Circle Jobbers, and we are here to play GM mode on Smackdown vs. Raw 2006.
Watch on demand on our SCJ YouTube channel.
Now we return back to SmackDown Live, as you saw before the break. A bit of insult of injury, and then Trent Seven just went for the 7-star lariat, but he's been lapping it up too much of the fun and games, and that allowed Jimmy Uso there to reverse that and move out the way of the manoeuvre. He went for it again. Instead, he gets whipped into the Usos' corner, and these are the hot tags that we saw in the previous round, Steve.
It was. The Usos are now going to try and cut off the ring, keep Trent Seven on his own. Do not. There's a super kick. Forget what I'm saying. This one's over.
So it's a smart tactic, Steve. Would you say that Trent Seven is the weakest link? In fact, let's find out with the one. And just one there, so maybe he's proving me wrong, but he's the only member of British Strong Style not to win the UK Championship.
Well, you're asking the wrong guy, Ryan, because you know I'm a huge Trent Seven fan. I am his #1 fan, and I think he's the strongest member out of British Strong Style, actually.
I mean, I understand your point there, Steve, but you've got to look at it. You've got to look at the facts here. He's had chances at the UK Championship, hasn't won that. He's the oldest member of British Strong Style. Maybe his body's been the most war-torn. You know, he's a fantastic wrestler, but maybe that's why the Usos singled him out, but maybe shouldn't have done, because there's a jawbreaker and a huge lariat there.
Well, he's listening to your advice, Ryan. He's tagged Tyler Bate into the match.
Tyler Bate with that big flip up now. That is something
Wow.
that you don't always see there from Tyler Bate, who shows off his normally his strongman technical hybrid offense.
Well, there's a suplex.
Butterfly suplex.
There we go,
indeed,
a butterfly suplex. Now it's my turn to forget names of moves. And that was like a strange RKO neckbreaker.
It was more. It's sort of like a zigzag in some ways, that neck breaker.
Possibly. Well, there we go. So Moustache Mountain are now in charge of the... Well, I'll just shut up. So the Usos have countered. And now Tyler Bate's in trouble. Don't go to that corner, Tyler.
You see, this is game plan 101 there for the Usos. Back to the corner once more.
Oh, here we
Set
go.
in perfect position for the super... Oh, that's Superfly splash there.
Trent is distracting Jerome. This is great tactics, actually.
Perfect. Trent 7, he's such a joker. There's the 1,
There's
2...
still a pin, though.
I tell you what, just the last second now, if Trent 7 didn't make that distraction, it would have been all over, so credit where credit's due. He has the wily mind of a veteran there.
He's a ring general, and he just takes down Jimmy Uso, who was too busy celebrating in the ring.
There's those mounted punches there from the apparent godfather of modern British wrestling.
Well, Moustache Martin are now in charge of this match. Is Tyler Bate?
Sends him right into the stairs.
Tyler Bates takes him right into the steel steps there, and now Jimmy Uso is in trouble.
Jerome is on the counts there, as he always is, always so alert and so acute with that counting.
He's a great counter. I heard he got an A in maths, so he's pretty good with the numbers.
That's why we hide him, Steve. That is why we hide him.
Well, Tyler Bate is celebrating to the fans. I'm not sure this is a good idea. I mean, maybe some inexperience, because Usos are so experienced, but I don't know. I would get on top of Jimmy Uso, because I would not let the Usos get back into this match. But no, RKO! I mentioned a strange RKO from before. Well, Tyler Bate just hit him with an RKO.
That was more of a diamond cutter there. And that was like a...
Tyler driver, that was.
It was indeed.
This one's over.
I am flabbergasted to see. I really am.
Why isn't Tyler Bate going for the pin? There we go.
Is he just trying to eliminate competition? But at what cost? There's 2. But this guy sounds really kick out.
Huge kick out!
Exactly. Tyler Bate can't believe it off that Tyler driver at 90.
He's not happy. He's having a word with Jerome. Again, inexperience, Ryan. They're getting this match into their head and they're just not taking advantage.
But to be fair, that's why Tyler Bate and Trent Seven are actually a great tag team, because what Tyler Bate lacks in experience, Trent Seven makes up for that.
That's true.
What Trent Seven lacks in championship experience, apart from the tag team championships, Tyler Bate makes up for that. So really, it's everything that you want a tag team to be. It's a very interesting matchup because Jey Uso and Jimmy Uso, so similar, they are twin brothers, but Trent Seven and Tyler Bate, Trent has taught Tyler everything he knows, but Tyler is his own man.
A huge super kick.
Super kick there. Bates just had his head kicked off, but we've seen that a lot here from the Usos. He absolutely decapitated Kalisto in the previous round for the 2, and
great save by Trent Seven there. I'm not sure what that double team move was.
Yeah, it was almost as if
wow. It's taken Trent to the outside either way. Tyler Bate trying to get back into this one.
There's a rolling wheel kick there from Tyler Bate. Gets an up here. He's going to go for the... there it is again. Tyler driver. Executing. Is he going to go for the pinfall straight away this time? Is he not going to focus on the opponent?
Let's find out after this continuous replay.
This time I would go to knock it off because he's right near the corner. Yes, there we go. That's what he needs. He's going for the pinfall. Will this be enough, Steve? We've got 1. Wait, Jerome, what are you doing? 2, 3. Oh, there we go. Jerome didn't mess it up in the end. That's all good.
Well, there we go. Moustache Mountain. Is that an upset, Ryan?
Some would call it an upset, Steve. I see it as a former NXT Tag Team Championship team being a former main roster and very various incarnations, tag team championship team. Depends which you value more. As well as SmackDown, I would say it's an upset.
Well, either way, Moustache Mountain are now going to the main. Well, it's not the main event, but they will be going to Money in the Bank to have a shot at the World Tag Team Championships.
Well, a wise man once said she'll be coming down the mountain when she comes, and will she be coming down it with the gold? Let's see.
Well, they've got Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, or the Bludgeon Brothers.
I won't want to face either of those teams. One, quite frankly, I'm scared of, and two, was so dominant last time.
Here's the footage they found about Rey Mysterio's mystery attacker. There seems to be more than one.
It's the Conquistadors! I told you, look at it in the mask! I told you, I knew it!
Who are these men?
I just told you! Gold! Conquistadors!
And this is live right now. We're in the parking lot and we're waiting for Brock Lesnar. He's no-showed, Ryan. Where is he?
Typical Lesnar.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, at a combined weight of 478 pounds, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn.
Well, here we go then. It's main event time. We will, if Lesnar doesn't want to show up, well, screw him, I say. Let's move on with the show. It's main event time. We've got a six-man tag. It's Seth Rollins, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens versus Samoa Joe, and he's brought some friends. I don't know who they are, but I guess we'll find out.
See, I asked Sami Zayn about his Scarband of the Week this week, but he said that we're going to be singing off the same hymn sheet by the end of the night. I don't know what he means by that. Said to look out for one word in particular. Could be interesting.
So Ryan, the question is, has Rollins teamed with Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens? Are they a tag team now?
Well, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens seem to have been a tag team already. Are they a stable? Might be a more apt question here, and I have to agree. I mean, we saw them come out at the end of Seth's match with Samoa Joe. It really turned the tables for him. They're all wearing black and red. Is this a thing? I think so.
Well, I don't know. Rollins was wearing black and red in the original episode.
And their partner, from Davenport, Iowa, weighing in at 217 pounds, the World Heavyweight Champion, Seth Rollins.
That's what I mean, Steve. After that moment, all of a sudden, that's a new change of attire for him this evening. It's a little bit coincidental, if you ask me.
I don't see it, Ryan. But I would like to point out, Rollins is coming out on his own. So, surely he's not with Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. Rollins is better than that, surely.
Well, they do say the champion should come out last. Maybe Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens afford him to have his own entrance. Understand the prestige of that belt. Sami Zayn champion himself. I'd think that they would allow Seth that moment.
Perhaps, Ryan, but there's one thing. A very pissed off Samoan submission machine is on his way to the ring right now. I would not want to be either of these men.
Well, I think this time, countering Samoa Joe.
First, from Huntington Beach, California, weighing in at 282 pounds, Samoa Joe.
As I was saying, countering Samoa Joe with Kevin Owens is a brilliant move. Two men who are both deceivingly fast for their size, as mentioned, who will go to any effort just to pick up the victory. I think that's going to be a good clash there. I think this is what's needed to finally stop Joe's onslaught.
Well, let's find out who Samoa Joe has chosen in his tag team partners.
It's going to be the Conquistadors.
Oh, it's the Ascension. The Ascension were taken out last week. They lost their opportunity in the tag team tournament. Was it the attack by Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn? Was it by Seth Rollins?
Well, it looks like there they are. They haven't slipped this week. They stayed on the feet, and the Victor seems to be really getting Connor into this match, saying, "Hey, we're up this time."
At a combined weight of 487 pounds, Connor and Victor, the Ascension.
Be a bit worried about that smoke though, because that smoke could be water vapor, could be some water about. Ascension could slip again. Could be Samoa Joe there in on the wrong end of a 3-on-1 handicap match. But it looks like the Ascension have made it as far as the ring. They've done better than last week. Unfortunate accident happened to these two last week there. But
Ryan, come on. They did not slip.
well, you know, these two men like metal. They're used to being in mosh pits. I think, you know, these two men don't just walk like normal people. They're always bumping into people, and a bit of water there can throw them right off.
My colleague has clearly lost the plot. As we begin our main event of this evening, Kevin Owens will start off against Samoa Joe, who wants some revenge.
Which black and red side will win? Let's find out. It's like double NWO Wolfpack going on right here.
Well, it's a smart move by Kevin Owens, I have to say. I would not want to get in the ring with a pissed off Samoa Joe.
Well, Samoa Joe is really haunting him, but Kevin Owens has a reply for that with some clubbing forearms. Gets into the corner there and throws him down for a cheeky little snapmare takedown. And wow, that was like a doctor bomb.
Great athleticism by Kevin Owens. I am impressed with that one.
Victor's really getting the crowd into this match.
Well,
Centres I never thought here, I'd say, really.
Well, there's a sentence I never thought I'd say also. The Ascension are in the main event, Ryan.
Well, it's almost as if someone really, really likes the Ascension and wants to give them opportunities.
I guess Triple H is a fan, being NXT.
Exactly, that's exactly what I was referring to there, Mr. T. With Samoa drop there from Samoa Joe.
How original.
Bread and butter.
As we go to an ad break.
The best of both brands combined for one night. WWE Backlash, a co-branded pay-per-view.
And we're back now. I hope you haven't overspent there too much there with our sponsors. I wouldn't blame you. There's Samoa Joe there with the Enziguri to Sami Zayn. And Sami Zayn's in a dangerous position here, and he gets dragged into the canvas. But, yeah, well, I thought he was countering that, but apparently not.
Sami Zayn looks like he's a bit hurt. I would try and tag out if I was Sami Zayn.
So it looks to be Zayn in the membrane right now. Now he's whipped into the corner by the big man Connor. I say the big man, there's a lot of big men in this matchup. Connor being one of the biggest though. And oh, is that's like a gut wrench power bomb there.
Well, that's impressive strength by
leg
Connor.
wrench even.
Perhaps, but we don't see this very often from Connor.
We don't see Connor very often. Maybe that's why.
That's a very good point. Well, Connor was celebrating way too early. Here we go. Kevin Owens is having none of this. A huge sit-down powerbomb.
Sit-down powerbomb from the electric chair drop position.
And Sami Zayn's going for the pin. Is that not a rope break?
Jerome doesn't seem to know what to do here. He's
one. There's a two.
He's paying close attention to it. He can't.
Ryan, has Jerome turned heel?
Maybe so. Kevin Owens.
Kevin Owens is not happy with this. He's trying to break up the pin. I'm not sure what's going on here.
I think he was assessing it. You know, right on the edge of the ring, it's assessing whether it's a rope break or not. Kevin Owens didn't have time for that. Thought, you know what? Let's try something different. Samoan drop might just be the key.
Ryan, Jerome has been hit so many times in the past few weeks.
Blue Thunderbomb.
Well, I was going about Jerome, but hopefully he can make the pin for this one.
I was going to say, because we can't rely on Jerome to do his job at the moment, so I thought best let you know what's happening there, Steve.
Sami Zayn obviously does not want to go for a pin after that diabolical pin attempt from before.
You make a very good point there, Steve. You know, I mean, referees, we should probably hire more of them.
We should. And a package power driver
from Sami Zayn,
and then turned into a suplex.
That's a mark of a true tag team. They share each other's moves, and they're sharing pinfalls here with a 1, 2, and
Connor just about kicks out. I'm glad Jerome managed to do a pin attempt there.
Well, don't mark Jerome out of this. He's got us this far.
Ryan, I don't know if you've noticed, Kevin Owens is celebrating and Samoa Joe has been tagged in.
What's he celebrating there? Being beat down by Samoa Joe? That's certainly nothing to write a song and dance about.
Oh, he's certainly being beaten down now after a beautiful uppercut by Samoa Joe.
Tangling up there, the two behemoths of WWE Smackdown.
Kevin Owens has taken over this match. Well, I thought he was going to punch Jerome then.
I know Kevin Owens is offering Jerome some advice about how to deal with concussions. Jerome seems to be really appreciating that there. And
Samoa Joe's gone to Samoa Joe. Kevin Owens has gone to the top rope, Ryan.
Victor tried to punch him, but apparently missed, even though he was right there. Victor's a very strange cat, as is Connor.
Well, Connor's getting back into this one. I think Kevin Owens was going for a stunner there, but he missed. Connor has countered. Samoa Joe is still down on the outside. And Samoa Joe gets Kevin Owens back into the ring. He wants to beat this man in the ring for what he did last week, but Kevin Owens has knocked out Joe. Well, not quite. Joe's back up on his feet.
Sami Zayn really getting into Smackdown on the open.
Well, here we go. The Kingslayer is in the ring. He's about to take this match to the newest heights of levels. There's a hot tag for Victor. Ow!
Seth Rollins just about. Not get out crossbody, but maybe just getting a cheeky forearm as part of it.
Here comes Rollins.
Rollins battling what looks like his heavy metal doppelganger now, actually, in Victor.
Seth Rollins has complete control of this match. Here we go, he's got the curb stomp.
Oh, he's got the stomp there!
Samoa
He
Joe
takes out Connor. Samoa Joe, what's Samoa Joe doing? Doesn't matter, because Seth Rollins has got that pin. Samoa Joe, he's had enough of Ascension, and there's 3.
Samoa Joe just watched the pinfall there. Samoa Joe was not impressed with Victor. Wait. Is that Braun Strowman? Strowman is back. We haven't seen him since Backlash.
The Monster Amongst Men. What is he doing here? Who's he coming for?
Well, he's running to the ring.
I'm about to find out.
Rollins.
Rollins he doesn't want to find out the answer to that question. He negates the threat there with a crossbody.
Well, Rollins is standing over, taking down Braun's back up. Oh, God.
Braun just no-sold that. He's decimating Rollins here. The Monster Amongst Men, you know, I can't get my words out right now because I am flabbergasted by this action here. Strowman just using the environment to his advantage, and now he's taking out Sami Zayn. And Kevin Owens is trying his best there to subdue the monster.
He's trying to help his
but
friend.
That doesn't happen against Braun. Braun picks him up, scoops him up there, and throws him onto the turnbuckle for some snake eyes there, similar to The Undertaker, but maybe even more scarier. I don't know.
Well, Kevin Owens is trying to put up a fight after going about 10 minutes in tonight's main event, but Sami Zayn is watching from the outside right now. He does not want to get his hands on Braun.
Well, Sami Zayn has plenty of experience with Braun.
This crowd is going wild for Braun Strowman.
But Braun Strowman there, renewing that rivalry there with Sami Zayn by the looks of it.
Whoa!
No! Daniel Bryan, where did he come from? And why?
A running knee from Daniel Bryan. What is this? We haven't seen Bryan since he lost to Samoa Joe in maybe week 2 of our Universe mode. And here's Kevin Owens. He's celebrating like he's won the damn match.
They're all celebrating together. What is this? Was this... I was going to say, is this a setup?
Rollins is on the outside. He's not celebrating with him. He doesn't seem too happy about this. But you're going to have to find out what this means next week because we're all out of time.
Oh, the word of the day here is yes.